Hello, welcome to my college dorm room. If you watched the update video, I told you that this setup would be a little scuffed, and, well, it's delivered. So, I have half a lighting job, I have my old USB mic, and this setup is too fucking stupid to take seriously. So, we're looking at Reddit, and I'm eating a piece of pizza. Let's go. This setup is really scuffed. I'm gonna have to be, like, looking down and up, so forgive me on the camera. I know, like, my lighting is atrocious right now, but it's fine. Florida man arrested for bomb threat at City Hall over payroll issue with employer. Dude,
Well,
you should have paid him more. That's all I'm saying. An employee's frustration reached its peak, leading to an alleged false bomb threat after being unable to access his employer's payroll application to get paid. Wait. Oh, so they weren't paying him? Oh, I thought he like wanted a raise or something.
yeah, that's what I thought too.
Still, I mean, at face value, a bomb threat is a
That's
little bit overboard.
that
I feel
that's
like
not
you
gonna
could have
get you your
just, I
money.
feel
I
like
hate
you
to
could have
inform
just
you, but
talked that out a little bit
could have just
instead of
lawyered
saying,
up
I
and
have a bomb.
yeah.
I shouldn't say that too loud here. Florida man accused of grabbing women by the throat at polling place over political candidate choices. That sounds about right for Florida.
All right.
Who do you think he was voting for? Florida man accused Florida man accused of hacking Disney World menus, changing font to wingdings. How do you go about, dude? How
How?
much money do you think Disney spends on their cybersecurity? This guy just said, "Cool, but
But wouldn't it be funny?
wouldn't it be hilarious if I was to just not do anything malicious, just make it so that nobody could read it?" Is this a wait, did he say Disneyland or Disney World? Disney World. Okay. I go there every January, by the way. Oh, ex-Disney World employee. That makes sense. A Disney employee who was fired from the company that still had access to its passwords allegedly hacked into the software used by Walt Disney World's restaurants. According to reporting by 404 Media and Court Watch, a criminal complaint against I don't know, claims he repeatedly accessed the third-party menu creation system created for Disney and changed menus, including changing fonts to Wingdings, the font made up entirely of symbols. All menus within the database were unusable because the font changes propagated throughout the database. Oh, so that was everything. That wasn't one specific location. Beware Florida man in the air! Exclamation mark. That's such a great title. Did he just hijack a plane? Deaf man viciously attacked while sleeping on United flight out of San Francisco. There was a bloody attack on United Airlines flight after it departed from San Francisco International Airport on Monday. A man who was deaf was beaten down by another passenger in what appears to be a random case. The attack is now being investigated by the FBI and FAA. This is a quote. Next thing I know, I just hear these blood-curdling screams. Another quote. He was just very violently and very aggressively pummeling the guy. Pummeling is a great word. Pummeling the guy
That's a
who was in the
great.
window seat in front of me, and it was vicious. The FBI says the suspect, Everett Chad Nelson, had just gone to the bathroom and was walking back to his seat when he attacked the victim, who was sound asleep in a random row that was not his. Dude, he let another passenger jumped in to help?
Uh,
Probably helping the guy that was getting attacked. That makes okay. I thought he was like
oh yeah, yeah,
okay,
yeah.
yeah, okay. I don't know where my mind was going. Florida man convicted after attacking victim with sword during road rage incident. Dude, that's so real. Is it this guy? It's definitely this guy. He looks like somebody that would do that. The charges against the 45-year-old arise from a road rage incident on November 9th, 2022, which escalated into a physical confrontation. Upon arrival, deputies spoke with the victim and witness. They told deputies while traveling together in a truck, Sloan, who was driving erratically, abruptly obstructed their path. They said Sloan then veered off the road and eventually stopped in a ditch. Sloan proceeded to exit his vehicle and began to taunt them in an attempt to escalate the incident onto a physical altercation. They tried driving away, but were stopped when Sloan ran in front of them with their vehicle blocking the way. They decided to contact law enforcement, and that's when Sloan took off. Wait, so where did the sword come into play here?
Was he taunting them with the sword? Like,
Sloan retreated and grabbed a sword from his truck, wielding it at the victim. The victim and witness fled to their vehicle in fear, and Sloan pursued them and struck the inside of their truck with the sword. according to the state's attorney office. When the deputies arrived at the scene, they found Sloan pacing back and forth and said he seemed to be intoxicated. Sloan was then placed under arrest. Okay. Dude, what an absolute unit.
That is insane.
Dude, I love that guy. What was he driving? What do you think he was driving? He was definitely driving like a Prius or something funny.
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
Florida man sells slice of Trump's 2005 wedding cake, 1K cash only.
What?
Okay, it's a Craigslist ad. Here we go. Anybody want to purchase a stale slice of Trump history?
Oh my god.
The day's festivities commenced at the. Does this have anything to do with the fact that he's selling a fucking 15-year-old cake? 20-year-old cake almost? The seller wants $1,000 for the stale slice of Trump history. Cash only. This sounds so legit. Florida man learns impersonating a cop is illegal. A Florida man learned a costly lesson that impersonating a cop is illegal and comes with severe consequences. We can't believe anyone doesn't know this, but we keep seeing stories like this one. Apparently it's a thing. We hope to reach the dozens of others who don't realize this is against the law, saving them from their stupidity. Dude, who wrote this? This guy's
Yeah,
just
I don't know.
blatantly calling him out. Back on October 15th, a Hernando County Sheriff's detective was driving to work when he spotted a black Dodge Charger. Of course it's a Dodge Charger, which he was sure looked like it was mocked up to look like a police cruiser. Among the details, he noted it was a black aluminum wheels like what cops use, and who else would even want those ugly things, and a push bar with lights mounted on it. The detective wasn't sure what color these lights were because modern LEDs can look clear until illuminated, but when he was sitting at a red light in his unmarked car, the guy behind the Charger switched those lights on, which sure enough were red and blue. He then drove through the red light.
That's crazy.
Okay.
I literally went as a cop for Halloween, and I got told by a cop that I looked like a real cop.
Really?
Yeah, it was
Yeah, you were
weird.
you did Leon, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I mean, I had the full like everything. I mean, I had a gun. I had a freaking Nerf gun.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the cop stopped me and he was like, "Oh, wow, I thought you was one of ours for a second." Kind of went, uh. He made me a little scared because I was like, "Crap, do I look too much like a cop?"
Am I the asshole for refusing to let my sister stay with me after she got married and demanded I adjust my lifestyle for her husband? Okay, so I, 28 female, have a pretty established routine. I live alone in a 2-bedroom apartment, and while I'm not a neat freak, I like my space to be organized and have a certain vibe to it, I think. Think minimalist, calm, and quiet. My sister, 30 female, recently got married to this guy, 31 male, who I barely know. They live about 3 hours away, and since their wedding a month ago, she's been asking to stay with me for a few weeks. Normally, I'd be fine with it. I love my sister, but there's a catch. When I agreed, she dropped the bomb that she's bringing her husband with her. Apparently, he doesn't feel comfortable being alone for extended periods. She wants me to adjust my lifestyle for them as a couple. This means rearranging my apartment for them, having quiet hours during the day because he works from home, and no longer playing music or hosting friends when they're around. Oh, and she suggested I stop using the guest room for my own hobbies, which is how I unwind after work. Basically, I'm supposed to cater to their needs and make space for their relationship. Wait, so is this? Hold on.
Your own house.
She's been asking to stay with me. So this is her house. Firstly,
Yeah,
I feel like
her house, her life. Well, I mean,
I feel like this is not their place to make demands. Like, sure, you can
no.
ask whatever, because the poster of this did let this couple stay with them, but
I
making
mean,
demands is like,
yeah,
I
no.
don't know
Okay,
about
like
that.
he works from home, so I can understand why he'd want a certain like amount of quiet time so that he can work. Like, okay, that's reasonable. I'm sure that could be managed. But they just want her house. They don't care about anything else. They're just like, we just want somewhere to live.
I told her I wasn't comfortable with that, especially since I don't know her husband that well. and wasn't planning on making my home into a mini hotel or daycare for them. Yeah, basically.
Mhm.
She got super upset, called me selfish. Selfish for
Oh.
having
Yeah, oh, yeah.
your space be your space. Okay. We'll hear her out on this one. I feel like I would be giving up a lot of my personal space and peace of mind for her convenience. Now she's threatening to not visit at all, and I'm feeling guilty and also like she's overstepping. So am I the asshole for refusing to let them stay under these conditions? No. Not
No,
in the
absolutely not.
slightest. Not at all.
Doesn't matter what the situation is, who they are, friend, sister, a
No,
distant cousin, it doesn't matter.
they are actively invading your space. Can I turn the light on without it being a bunch of glare? Hold on. So that doesn't work. Am I the
Oh, wow.
asshole for taking some alone time at night to help me relax, even though it bugs my partner? Right off the bat, I would say no, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Alright, I need some outside opinions. After a long, stressful day, I've got a bit of a ritual to unwind. I like to take some private time, just me, to fully relax and clear my head before bed. Let's just say it helps me get comfortable, and I sleep way better after it. Nothing crazy, just a way to chill out. Thing is, my partner isn't thrilled about it. They think it's selfish, taking away from our intimacy, and that I'm basically choosing my routine over time together. I get that they want to focus more on us before bed, but it's something that really helps my mental state and makes me feel good. Am I the asshole for sticking with my wind down routine even though it's bothering them? Or should I skip it and put more focus on our evenings together? I would say, again, this is the second non-asshole. I feel like there's a lot of non-assholes posting on these subs, but I would say no.
I could see how it might cause some issues,
I could see that as well, but I would
but
say I would say no as well. Just like maybe have like an agreement of just like, I can do that sometimes or whatever. As someone that's in a relationship and has been for years, I could see how that'd be an issue. For me, it wouldn't be. But yeah, I feel like them saying it's taking away from our intimacy is a little bit, and they might have the best intentions ever. I'm not one to put words in anyone's mouth, but that feels a little bit guilt trippy to me.
yeah, I was
I'm just
kinda
gonna
thinking that too.
I'm gonna put that out there. Am I the asshole for laughing at my wife over roadkill? Okay, this is gonna be interesting.
Oh, yes.
I, 29 male, have been married to my wife, 25 female. Of course it's male. There's no every dude finds this funny. Anyway, I, 29 male, have been married to my wife, 25 female, for 4 years and together for 6. My wife is a little bit of a bleeding heart, the type to feed stray animals. I think they're describing Morgan right now. Anyway, always give homeless people money or food, foster animals, doesn't eat meat, etc. We live in a
Well,
pretty rural area, so unfortunately there's a lot of wildlife and roadkill. She always gets sad when she sees it and talks about how cruel it is just to leave an animal to die, but that's it. Lately though, she started getting very teary-eyed and even crying when she sees roadkill, especially deers and possums, her favorite animal. Yesterday we were returning from the store and she saw a dead possum on the road, obviously hit by a car. She started crying, saying how it's not fair that these animals are innocent and humans' cruelty is what kills them. She's full-blown sobbing, going on about how scared animals must be and how it's awful to die scared and alone in pain. I couldn't help but laugh. So you're the asshole, basically.
yeah, that's
So that's
mm,
you're just a little bit of a psycho, but anyway.
you just don't have a heart, man.
I couldn't help but laugh and tell her that she was being silly, that they're animals and it's not that big of a deal. She looked at me like I had just killed them all myself, and was silent for the rest of the car ride. She has told me since that I was appalling, and she couldn't believe that I thought that, let alone said it to her, and that I wasn't the man she thought I was. I told her she was being dramatic and didn't say anything appalling, and she was taking it too seriously. We didn't talk for the rest of the day, and she hasn't texted me at work like she usually does. Am I the asshole? Yes.
Yeah.
First comment, yes, the asshole. If anything means enough to your wife that brings her to sobbing to tears and you laugh at her, you're a crappy husband. So I can talk from experience actually, because Morgan is the same way. For those of you who don't know, I'm in a relationship 3 years. Um, she's the same way. Maybe not to this extent. If your first reaction if they're upset about it, your first reaction should not be to laugh and to tell them that they're overreacting or something like that, because that's never a recipe for anything good.
Wait, wait. There's one that says, "Am I the bad guy for laughing when a kid threw up on my sister's wedding cake?"
No, that's funny.
Oh my lord.
All right,
Florida man smashes Porch Pirate's getaway car with rental Cybertruck.
rental. You can rent Cybertrucks already?
I guess you can. You know what?
Yo,
I'm
yo,
gonna send this
next
to you
next
so you can
video
see.
idea. And
But really?
you're renting a Cybertruck, so you have basically full custom. You can basically customize this as you want. Why would you go for the lime green and like fading into the black like custom wrap?
Yeah,
Like, did
no.
you wait for this guy waited for this car, you know that. All right,
I have
anyway,
so many questions.
I've had enough Reddit for today. With this kind of setup that I have here, I'm going to try to improve it as I can. Maybe get a better mic, get some actual lighting. For now, this is what we're looking at. It's really hot in here because I can't have any background noise because this mic is shitty. So I usually just have fans going all the time, but I can't. Anyway,
He's actively boiling alive, guys.
I am. I'm being cooked. That's going to do it for this video. I can't promise when the next one's going to be because I'm out of content that has been recorded previously. Maybe I'll record another update video when I get more information on that. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed, and you all smell.
Angels in the sky. I wanna show